what keeps you interested in wanting to continue to date her? Also, too, like, what are your red flags? What makes you lose interest? I'm curious because I myself,
You're pretty. Just show up, kind of just be nice, be mellow, ask some questions, be polite, say thank you. Please, listeners, if you could just be nice and sweet on a date, say a couple nice things, just be generally pleasant. That'll put you 50% up over the competition. What is he gonna buy me dinner? Is he gonna give me this? Is he gonna do this for me? Does he fit? Is he 6 feet tall? Is he gonna make enough money? So it's exhausting. Smile at him. Say a couple nice things. That's simple. And relax a little. All right, let's see what Emily's got to say. She usually has some great advice.
that reciprocates effort, is loyal, and is simply nice. And the biggest red flag that will make him lose.
Reciprocates effort. Reciprocate. Yeah, like you go out on a couple dates with a guy and he keeps buying you stuff and buying you drinks and buying you dinner. We kind of want to see if there's some reciprocity. Are you going to invite me out for something? Do you have something fun planned? You gonna make me dinner? Oh, God, dinner. It's the patriarchy. It's like your friends are gonna abandon you. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure when you're a woman from your friends. It's like you do anything nice to men, or like you could bend over backwards for your boss at work and do all kinds of demeaning stuff. But like if you cook a meal for a man, ladies, if you invite a guy over for dinner and cook a nice meal, your life is gonna be so easy because that's been bred out of the whole system. You do that, the guy's gonna be like, all right, I'm clearing my schedule for this girl. Yeah, she's a special one. We're throwing a lasagna together. You made some spaghetti. I mean, the bar is so low. That's a horrible thing to do for a man. Feels like, oh, I cook, you know, I don't, there's no like political thing about it. I mean, the hurdles. Pardon me.
Absolutely all interests is basically anything that indicates that he's not the only man getting her attention. Because
All right, let's talk about that. Yeah. And this woman in the beginning, she's confused, seems very nice woman. If we think you're dating tons of dudes, which we do, and you got tons of hanger-oners, and you're talking about all these guys, and you're talking about your ex, and you're talking about this guy, we know you're dating a bunch of dudes, and you want to be special. You're not special. That's not special to us. It's not like, hey, I can't wait to go out with her again and hear about all these other dudes. We talking about how terrible your ex is and your baby daddy and your back and forth drama with that. It's like, yeah, you didn't get a second date? You didn't get a third date? We don't want to hear all that complaining. Hey guys, if you're hearing all that complaining on the first 2 dates, that's what the relationship is. You got a bunch of negativity and she's not really talking about you, at all. She's not really curious about you at all. Just like what you do and how much you make and where you go on vacations and will you be paying for her. Ladies, just forget everything you've been taught the past 10, 20 years and just try to be nice and sweet. Sweet? No, it's not a sin to be sweet to someone.
to that man, that would be a very poor investment in his time and energy. He would much rather be saving that time and effort for a woman that does reciprocate. Or he'd rather honestly just be single.
Why are guys choosing to be single? So all these things Emily's talking about here and the stuff I'm saying. And if it's making you mad, the stuff I'm saying, and doing something I suggest is making you angry, hey, it's not going to work out for you. You've been bred and cultured into being all angry and difficult. But like, what is wrong with, like Emily says, being nice or just being kind to someone? You're meeting there for coffee. It's like half an hour, 45 minutes. Be nice. Be genuinely interested. I don't want anything from this guy. I just want to get to know him and have some fun. And maybe he'll be nice to me too. And maybe we'll go out again. you don't need to overcomplicate all. Let's see if everybody in the comments is agreeing with it. Treat him like you're on his side, not his enemy on every issue. Yeah. Truthfully, ladies, we encounter a very aggressive attitude. I was in a bar having a pizza, sitting at the bar, and it's a very nice bar in my town. The group of women came in of like 4. I was like, oh, I'm going to go over there and talk to them. They seem like fun. They look attractive. I'm just going to go over and introduce myself. The women are like, man, don't come up to us anymore. I'll tell you why. Here's why. So I go over and say, hi, well, hey, I saw you from over there. You guys look interesting. You look great. My name's John. What are you guys up to tonight? I started talking to them. Right? And New Jersey, which is where I'm from, came up, and one of the women lived in Bergen County. I go, oh, I used to live there next to the train station. And she goes, what street did you live on? I couldn't remember the name of the street. I lived in California and New York and New Jersey, and I lived in Napa. I lived all over. And this was like 15 years ago. I lived in Bergen County. I couldn't remember the name of the street. I was like, I don't remember the name of the street. And right at that second, one of the women points at me, and she had an anger, and she goes, you're an effing liar. You're just like everyone else. You're an effing liar. I was like, whoa. I just can't. I lived in a lot of places. I just couldn't remember the name of the street, but it was next to the train station. She was really angry. And I said, you know what? You guys have a great night. I'm just going to let you do your thing. It was good to meet you. I just walked away. I scuttled back to where I was. Like, yeah, I mean, that's pretty extreme, but a lot of us get different levels of anger, and just not nice and sweet. They wanted to talk, but this one in their group was just very angry. So I'm not your enemy. I'm just a friendly guy. I just wanted to talk. I like meeting people. Okay, let's see what we got here. Kevin, White MDPH 6529. Another thing is a girl who smiles and seems genuinely happy. I've been married for 36 years and with my wife for 41. There are things about her that I don't like, but I feel so lucky. She has a great sense of humor and laughs and smiles so easily. The bar is really low. We don't have a lot of high expectations. Look at this guy. He's like, there's a lot of things I don't like, but she smiles and she laughs. And I'm very happy. Yeah. Smile and laugh, It's easier than you think. Please get the phone off the table. Oh, I know this is rude, but it's rude. And if you say, I know this is rude, it's like if you're half an hour late to meet someone, but you call them 3 or 4 times, I'm close, I'm on my way. Well, there's this traffic. Okay, I'm just changing my shoes, and okay, I'm looking for a parking spot. You just bothered that guy 6 or 7 more times. It's not polite to be late and bother him with all the little details of your trip there. It's just meeting for coffee or a drink or something. No one wants to go through all that and listen to all your texts. You're not being polite by being late and then giving the guy the blow by blow. No, you're rude and you're difficult. If that's testing, okay, I just met you. Why don't we just have a pleasant conversation before you put me through the ringer? For me, it's simply being appreciated instead of being used as a checkbook. Meet for coffee. That's not a red flag if the guy asks you out for coffee. You want to sit for a long dinner with someone you just met and they don't look like their picture and talking at you like this and, and they're very aggressive and angry and have an agenda. No, we just want to, it's fair to both sides. It's like a war. It's fair to both sides, Just meet for coffee. Be nice, be pleasant. If he's not your cup of tea, it's good to meet you. You have a great evening. Just say goodbye and be nice about it. And they call you again and say, hey, I think you're a nice guy, but I'm just not feeling it. But you'd definitely be a good catch for someone else. What's wrong with saying something nice like that? I'm not saying women don't have to deal with a bunch of bunk from guys who are less than. But, like most women, most men are going to be pleasant and okay. See what else we got. What keeps a man interested? Make us feel respected and appreciated. Yeah, it's simple stuff. No drama, no gaslighting, no games. Kindness, intelligence, consideration. Yeah, the games are epic. Like, oh yeah, I'll go out with you. Oh yeah, something came up. Oh, but how about next Thursday? And they're breadcrumbing you, and they're a little super late for the date, and then they have to have dinner, and then they're like, I got to meet my friend at 8 o'clock, so we got to cut this short. And I've heard it all. I talk to so many guys about this stuff. Just be nice, be a pleasant human being. Even if someone didn't teach you that, I don't know, watch a YouTube video how to be a pleasant human being. Well, for starters, don't ask the internet. Ask the guy you're going out with. Communicate with the one you're going out with. Also, a bit of kindness is nice, but that's just me. No, chef's kiss 6179. That's everybody. So I have one more video to show.
I think Richard always knew he wasn't like the other sheep. From the very first day, he wanted to be near the dogs, like he was certain he belonged in their pack. And honestly, after a while, I
Oh my God, look at that dog's face. And his name is Chumley.
started to believe he was right. My sister-in-law called me one day about a little lamb that had been rejected by his mom. I had never taken care of sheep before, but without even thinking, I said, "That's okay. I'll take Richard." I started bottle feeding him and quickly realized he needed some company of his own kind. So I brought home 2 more sheep, but he wasn't interested in them at all. He simply connected with Chumley.
Oh my gosh.
Chumley is our livestock guardian dog, big, calm, and full of heart. From the start, he seemed
Oh my God, I'm a sucker for that dog, Chumley. Like, he's just mellow, and he's got that sweet face. And this lamb is just butting heads with him, and he's just like, it's okay. I'm Chumley.
to understand that Richard was different. And Richard, well, he practically fell in love with him. Wherever Chumley went, Richard was right behind. Sometimes it's funny to watch how he imitates the dogs, the
Oh my gosh, look at those two. I mean, is that the sweetest?
way they walk, sit, and even look around the yard.
What's this?
He really believes he's part of the team. I remember one time Chumley was lying in the yard and a chicken tried to come up to him. Richard pushed the chicken away, almost like he was saying, "Hey, that's my friend."
Oh my God, just a little niceness after the first video. Yeah. Relationships, it can be tough to work things out and figure things out. And I don't blame that woman for being confused. It can be confusing. Women get a lot of messages that make things really difficult for them. And a lot of the times they're not angry because they're making it up. It's because of circumstances. And they get put through a lot of stuff, and it's confusing. It's nice to watch a little video after something like that with Richard and Chumley. I mean, look at this. I'm going to link both videos down in the description below so you can check out the full video here of Chumley and Richard and Emily, who does really great work. So like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you feel like it, and we're going to see you in the next one.